Should be about 10 days now since Grant left, and he should be home in Indianapolis. So it's kind of a sad thing. Gonna miss him a lot. This is where he parked his car, right here, on the first floor. Hello and welcome from my car. Why am I showing you this? I'm not entirely sure, but I haven't done these in a while. My car is a complete mess after getting back from Red Rock Canyon National, not national, but state park. And yeah, just debating today whether to clean this out or just to clean our place, because Erica's birthday is just around the corner. But I think there's not really anything that's needed in this car. Probably gonna bring this down, but her birthday is definitely more priority, so the whole apartment has to be cleaned. We'll probably try to start making the food today. So I just brought the car up, but look at this. My car literally hasn't been this dirty since COVID. The stereo's still missing because this never got done. Complications there. There's no speakers, no nothing. Sleeping bags and everything's kind of sandy. It's got to get cleaned. I can't just take this stuff into the apartment because you already knew that it was a very sandy trip, and everything pretty much has sand in it. So got to shake everything out and clean it and put it in the washer and dryer. So yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave my car up here. I'm going to go downstairs and maybe clean the apartment a little bit. Maybe start with some of the food prep. Erica is at her friend's bridal shower, or bridal say yes to the dress kind of situation. So hopefully I can do that before she gets back. And yeah, try to motivate myself. I've been very unmotivated the last, I don't know, 6 days. I don't know what's wrong with me sometimes. Sometimes I just wake up and I just want to sleep and not do anything all day. I don't know if it's my thyroid issues or something, but I'm trying to eat healthier, trying to get my vitamins in, so to help my thyroid out, because I don't know if I talked about this yet, but a little thyroid problem the doctor said about a month ago, and he just said to change my diet instead of giving me prescriptions to kind of fight it. So the thyroid is in charge basically of your metabolism, your energy levels, and I really haven't had any this last week since we got back from Red Rock, so hopefully that'll change soon. Okay, so this is the state of the apartment right now. It's just kind of a mess. We're not going to have the party here, but we're probably going to have some kind of after party here. So I'm going to have to clean this up a little bit. We use this table as kind of a staging area for Erica's party. All the little things and chips and cups and all that stuff. And there's boxes of stuff that she really wants and things that we have to blow up and balloons and all kinds of goodness. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of work. Today's Thursday. So we have today, tomorrow, and then Saturday morning to actually set it up down by the pool. Probably the biggest problem is going to be setting up this balloon arch that is coming in today. So yeah, I'm going to kind of try to clean this up a bit, because after the pool party, probably going to have a couple friends up here, and can't really do that if it's all messy. Hair's doing. Just on the roof, seeing the sunset right there. It's setting right now. It's about 7 o'clock, and it's cold, and I'm getting a little tired of how cold it's been. It's in the middle of April, which traditionally I've never remembered it being so cold. I've been here for 10 years during this time, and it's always been warm. This has been one of the coldest winters / springs I've known in California. cars right here. I might talk about this. I don't know why I want to. Just suddenly came upon me to kind of talk about that. 2020, kind of the COVID experience, I guess. I guess every time I come up to the roof, I think about the start of the pandemic around March, April, and then May of last year. And it's about a year ago, actually. Would come up to the roof, this one right here, and basically I would try to clean everything that was inside my car from when we moved from the old place. We kind of had a flea infestation, so we were very careful about cleaning every little thing that came into the new place because we did not want to deal with that. Oh, goodbye, son. There it goes. Another day. Yeah, last year around this time would probably come up here. It would be a lot more warm. Would clean stuff, kind of watch the sunset, maybe just relax, and it would be very hopeful, very, very hopeful, because at that time Disney was paying us still, and they were very concerned that everyone was going to stay on board and nothing would change. And I felt secure, and it felt like kind of like a long vacation, to be honest with you. There was job security, but there was also vacation because you didn't work and no one was working. It was kind of like a weird, everyone was kind of in the same boat. Didn't think it would last this long. So yeah, I don't think I've ever talked about like my COVID experience, but there's been videos in the past that have kind of explained that I was eventually laid off by Disney, but much later, and then unemployment took over and that kind of took care of me, and that's kind of the situation I'm still in a year later. The job market hasn't bounced back just yet, but hopefully in the next few months it will. So yeah, gosh, so much to talk about, I guess. I guess this is going to be my COVID experience talk. 1 year in COVID, or I guess a year and about a month now in COVID. I'm sorry, I'm just walking and talking. Kind of like to do that as the sun sets. But yeah, when it happened in March, got the news right at Disney. I think I was in Star Wars Land doing Darth Vader. For a few weeks everyone was a little apprehensive, like, should we start wearing masks, should we wear like gloves? I was actually wearing gloves underneath my normal gloves, and I had hand sanitizer in my thing. Oh, sorry, I just got a text. Alright, sorry. Hey, my haircut's looking good. Look pretty good. Anywho, yeah, one random day, we knew something was going on way back in Sedona, because the hand sanitizer and like things like that were all off the shelves, and then toilet paper was going off the shelves, and we were wondering what the heck's going on. And all of a sudden it hit like mid-March, after the Sedona trip, just randomly. In the middle of work, that Disney was going to close. Like, we just had like 2 more days and we're going to close for 2 weeks, and everyone was pretty worried, like, what we're going to do for 2 weeks. Other people were pretty excited, like, oh, 2-week vacation, because the company did say that they would like average our pay and then pay us, which was very nice of them. But eventually 2 weeks turned into months and months and months, and then there was this like talk about going, like, starting back in July 15th, and I was actually in Illinois at the time because it wasn't safe to travel, so stayed here, basically hunkered down because the stay-at-home order from like March, April, May. Spent my birthday here, Erica's birthday here, And then wet time, I think it was June, like the middle of June finally, things were getting a little bit better. And I honestly only thought I was going to be home for about a month, and then Disney was going to call me around the middle of July, because that's what they thought. But they thought wrong, because things got worse, and then there was the tiers got worse, and we got into like a weird color tier. Anywho, I am probably explaining all this haphazardly and not very well, but basically the infection rates, positive cases, and deaths were all kind of climbing, and the first 3 months here were a little scary, but also kind of interesting, because me and Erica didn't really do anything. We kind of just hunkered down here for like 3 solid months, didn't go anywhere, didn't do anything. That's when she started her like Stardew obsession. It's a video game. And then I was helping her with her Twitch. I was cleaning out my car. Yeah, even the pool here was closed. The jacuzzi was closed. But thinking in hindsight, it was kind of fun. But anyway, because of the job security, and you just thought this was going to blow over, and you were getting paid at the same time, it's like, wow, this is pretty cool. Like a 3-month paid vacation. But anywho, fast forward to June, middle of June. I went back to my parents, and I eventually stayed there for 4.5 months because Disney never called. So I stayed there for the 4th of July. I stayed there for a couple birthdays, Dad's birthday, and that was all fun. You could see in the past we had like we got into Stargate pretty religiously. Me and Dad like watched pretty much. There's 3 series to the show, and we watched all 3 series, I think. We actually watched them backwards. We watched Universe first, and then. But anyway, getting into geek stuff. Stargate, remember that? Stargate Atlantis was our favorite. So, but anyway, yeah, gosh, that was like basically watching movies and shows every day. But I also ran. I took it upon myself to do some running. Oh, look at these clouds. I'm just gonna continue talking. I took it upon myself to run every day too, and I lost about 10 pounds over the course of the 4 months, which is not great, but it's pretty decent. Because the other times I was just kind of sitting on my butt. But it was fun. I liked being there with my dad for those 4.5 months. Oh my gosh, what was that? Anyway, this is twilight hour. It's actually starting to get a little warmer. That's weird. Maybe because I'm walking around. But anywho, so yeah, basically, you know, and this channel knows, whoever's watching, probably me in the future, knows exactly what happened, because I capture everything and I put it on YouTube as part of my vlog. But I guess what's not recorded is like my thoughts and what I'm thinking, because I really do need to do that more often. I kind of consider them boring vlogs because no one really wants to hear my thoughts, but if I were to somehow like weave them into videos, maybe, I don't know, maybe that would be a little better than just like vomit all at once. I don't tend to talk about things too often, but when I do, like randomly today, I kind of want to talk about the COVID experience. I don't know why. But that was also a fun time. It was different though. It was definitely different. Definitely had to adapt to like a different kind of experience. Here was a lot of like just like me, roommate, and just, I don't know, just kind of that dynamic. Video games and Twitch and cleaning my car almost every day, even though I wasn't getting far. It was a very slow process, but there was also hope, And there was hope too when I went back to Illinois in those 4.5 months. But there was rumors around when my dad had his birthday. We had his Atlantis-themed birthday at the end of September. That people were probably gonna get fired. 28,000 people from Disney, and that photo pass, it looked like they were gonna kind of go out the door. Like maybe 90% of us were gonna get fired. I was hoping so bad that I wouldn't get fired. Like I was hoping that I would be on like the 10% that were saved, but I don't know. I don't even know what would qualify someone to be saved, because some of the people that were saved and some of the people that left, not my first choice. I mean, I like everybody, but you know, I can guarantee you some of the people that were saved didn't really care about their jobs or Disney, so it's interesting how random the decision was. But fast forward, the beginning of October, I got the call. I think it was like October 3rd, and it was very sad and emotional, and just it kind of changed things, right? Like COVID didn't become like this thing that was going to be okay at the end. Things were kind of not okay now. It was like, wow, I got fired from a job I kind of really liked after 3 years. I mean, the pay wasn't that great, and I probably should have moved on a long time ago anyway. But I was hoping to climb the company in some aspect, and maybe someday I still will, but I don't know. But anyway, there's another video that I kind of talk about that, my experiences at PhotoPass, and why I like them so much, and other things. But yeah, after that, just kind of suddenly was thinking about, you know, I have all these free passes. I wasn't officially fired until like 2 months later. It was kind of like a weird thing, so we were still like employees. So a lot of people are going to Disney World in Florida because they opened up. So that's when I got the idea to have Beth, Sean, and their whole family, and invite Erica as well to Disney World. And we had a fun time. It was a great week there. And Dad helped out with Westgate and everything like that. So it was nice. Oh, getting a little winded. Oh, I've been talking for a long time now, I'm sorry. But that was a nice little, I guess, break, little distraction from, you know, whatever. And I got to go to Walt Disney World on the company's dime one last time. So that was nice. And then about 3 days later, after I got back, I came here because I kind of felt like my time in Illinois was wrapping up. I needed to probably find work here, and so came here, celebrated Halloween here, and then there's that video you see. That was fun. I got to meet all the friends that Erica got to meet here during COVID. Got to meet Andy, got to meet Grant, got to meet Aaron, and then Kane and Cassie, and then the rest of the bunch. Very nice people. And then we had Friendsgiving. I think we had Friendsgiving first before we had the Halloween party. But then after that, I stayed here. But then I think I spent Christmas over there. Yeah, I spent Christmas over there. So it was like a quick stop here. And then I went back home to Illinois to spend Christmas. And then January 15th, I came back here. Because I really kind of needed to find a job. I was very distracted by the holidays, I guess. And no one was honestly hiring during the holidays. Because COVID was still pretty strong. I think December was like one of the worst months. It was either November or December was like the worst month in this COVID experience. There was like the numbers were the highest, the deaths, the hospitalizations were like zero capacity, and everyone was a little afraid, but still kind of experiencing the holidays. My dad wanted me to stay longer in Illinois, but I said I think I gotta go back and find a job. And that was about 3 months ago, January, February, March, April, yeah. So I've been here 3 months. It's crazy for me to think that, because it seems like such an eternity ago that I came back here, but I actually spent 4.5 months in Illinois over the summer. I don't know. It was a nice experience when I came back. I got to fully meet Grant and be really good friends with him. You'll see Grant in all the videos. We were doing whale watching and road trips and hiking and all kinds of stuff. And then we went to Death Valley about a week ago. But anyway, I'm skipping ahead. This has been kind of a weird time. Oh yeah, I kind of skipped an important thing. So back in Thanksgiving, I'm trying to think, we had Friendsgiving. Yeah, I know, we had Friendsgiving, and then actual Thanksgiving. October, oh no, okay. So Halloween was definitely first, and then we had our Friendsgiving. And then actual Thanksgiving was here. This is before Christmas. Sorry, I'm kind of skipping ahead. Something really very powerful happened to me. So it's kind of a little fresh, and I really haven't talked about it since. But about a week before Thanksgiving, I got the news that one of my exes, well, I only have one ex, passed away, and that really kind of upset me, haunted me for many months after that. It was something that really hit me hard, because the relationship only lasted for 2 years, but it took me about 2 years to get over it, because it wasn't my choice. And she was having some having some health issues and mental issues and things like that, and I was willing to stick with it, but at the end she was not. And I've always kind of wanted closure from that relationship, but it never kind of happened. And then to hear that she actually passed away, and not only that, but she passed away a year ago in 2019, and I had no idea. I was doing my thing, living my life in 2019, and in 2020 finding out about that she was gone. She was gone from the earth for like a year and a month. I just didn't know how to take that. I was very devastated, and this is literally the first time that I'm talking about it. I'm pretty sure, like almost more than 6 months later. But yeah, I'll probably talk more in depth about that in the future, but because there's a lot to talk about. I don't even know if I really want to. Oh look, there's the moon. But yeah, I'll probably go more into depth about that, because that's a side of my life that hasn't. Oh gosh, there's also a lot of gnats. Look at that. Well, at least the gnats are out. Anywho, I will definitely talk about that in the future, but I don't think I'm ready right now. So yeah, that happened, and then I think that's why I wanted to go home for Christmas. I just wanted to kind of get away from everything and kind of be with family. But then I also, after Christmas, I stayed for 2 more weeks, and then I really just kind of wanted to come back here and kind of start the next chapter of my life, because 2020 was really, like, I lost my job, and then I found out about that, and it was like, wow. It was like bang bang. It was not. So yeah. Anyway, now I'm rambling. But so I get back here in January 15th, meet Grant, like I was talking about. Great guy. Unfortunately, I think he just got home today after a 10-day road trip back to Indianapolis, but for a long time he was saying that he was only going to live here temporarily, and it was a very sad day. You'll probably see the pool party a couple of videos back of when he left, and him driving off in his BMW. But yeah, I'm going to miss him. He was a very good guy, and hope to meet up with him one day and hike with him. But anywho, man, I don't know why my mind's a blank. The last 3 months have been crazy. We whale watching, Scooby-Doo murder mystery, a lot of pools. It only barely started to get warm, not today, but it's been very, very cold. Everyone's kind of expected to do summer things before I left, but summer really hasn't gotten here yet. I wouldn't be surprised if it was going to be warmer back in Chicago. But anyway, yeah, it's been a blast. But there have been some not good moments in the last 3 months. During the last 3 months, a close friend of mine, very close, said that she was kind of stepping away from the faith, and I'm a pretty religious person. Like I'm a very convicted person, and it's very important to me, and it was important to her for the longest time, but she had her reasons why she was kind of deconverting, that's what they call it. And that hit me really hard. Actually, that was the night that I woke up with an anxiety attack. And you would think, like, after everything in my life that has happened in the last year or two, like a close friend that had, that has something, that has a decision about her own life that she made, wouldn't affect me so badly, but it did. So yeah, I've been having anxiety attacks for a long time now, and finally had to find a doctor and say, hey, well, actually, oh gosh, I'm the worst storyteller. I did find a doctor, but initially it was because there was like a growth on my chest, and he said, like, that's fine, and he gave me a referral to like remove it if I wanted to, but it wasn't cancerous or anything. So I said, okay, thanks, doc, because back when I heard about my ex-girlfriend, this was hurting a lot, and I was like, wow, like, I'm getting a little worried. I don't know if it should be hurting that badly, so it's probably time to get a doctor. So I did. Fast forward, though, when I started getting these anxiety attacks, I demanded to see him. I was like, no, I need to see him today. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I need something for my anxiety. Like, I can't sleep. I was literally shaking. I don't know if I ever talked about this, but I woke up and I was shaking, and basically I was like walking around this little mall here for like 3 hours till the sun came up. 4 hours, 5 hours. I was so exhausted. Nothing would calm me down. I would have the shakes. I would get tingles. I would want to like throw up. I would want to faint. It was like the weirdest combination of things. And honestly, the turning point was when he did prescribe me something, and it has been working. Although the bad news is he's not sure if he wants to refill them, because he's not sure if I need it. But I mean, I took one today because I was washing the dishes and I felt kind of the same way, like a little bit, and I was like, wow, like, I'm just washing the dishes. this has definitely opened my mind up to like what anxiety is. I didn't think it would manifest physically. Even if you weren't exactly worried about anything in the forefront of your mind, it's like something so powerful in the back of your mind would affect you physically. It's just a little new to me. Wow, I am really rambling now. But anywho, I do think that I have talked about health problems in the past. My thyroid is an issue. My thyroid levels are low. My cholesterol is high. My vitamin D is low. And basically all he did was to have me change my diet, which I've kind of been following, kind of not been following. It's hard sometimes when you have like a social life to only get like chicken sandwiches, but I have about 2.5 weeks before I see him again. And that's when I'm gonna have a blood test. So hopefully that will work out. Okay, I'm gonna try to wrap it up. So yeah, basically the last 3 months have been, okay, pretty good, actually, pretty good. But the health problems, the anxiety, I'm taking the pills, so anxiety has gone away. I still need to find a job. And I'm not making stuff up, but the thyroid plays a big part in your metabolism and motivation. And if your metabolism is low, you kind of just want to sit, like just physically sit down because you don't have energy. And I've been kind of like that. I've never had like my mental energy is not up and my physical energy is definitely not up. I'm definitely not like working out and running like I was last summer. I do think that the big three news, lost my job, the unfortunate news that I found out, about my past relationship, and my close friend kind of losing the faith, and of course, the fourth one could also be my dad's cancer. There's never really like good news on that front. It's kind of just always just something going on, and I sometimes don't know how to take it all. I'm looking for some good news in 2021, and I guess that pretty much wraps it up. That's why I kind of go over here. Let me show you the sun's pretty much set, but such a stark difference from last year to this year. A lot has happened. Even while everyone was on lockdown, kind of felt pretty good a year ago. I remember being up here, cleaning my car out, being warm, looking at everything, looking at the city, looking at the sunset, and then maybe Erica coming up and saying, hey, you want to watch a movie or something? I'm like, oh yeah, everything was good. Because any day now Disney's gonna call us back to work. But nope, never happened. So anyway, I'm gonna take this bag because a couple weeks ago we went to Red Rock. Erica wanted to do something. We were gonna meet up with Grant in the Grand Canyon when he left, but it didn't work out, so we went to Red Rock, and it was great. It was a great time. Spent 3 nights, 4 days. Didn't think we would spend. We really didn't need to spend the last night there, I guess. But I kind of thought we would be tired, and I guess we weren't that tired, but I don't know. It's one of those things. Probably should have, because it actually broke my tent the last night. It was so windy. But we met some friends along the way, and that was good. Erica's very good at meeting friends. I need to get better. I just think people don't really like me as much as her. She has such a bubbly personality. Everybody wants to be her friend or date her. One of the two. But yeah, I am leaving. I'm gonna end the video here on the roof Wow, that's a weird effect. Look at that. Blinded by All right, anyway. Oh yeah, I like this roof too because anytime the guys called, I would go up on the roof and we would talk for hours and hours, and it would be such a warm night. Where have all the warm nights gone? I just don't understand, man. I don't understand. Everyone's getting gas over here at Costco. The moon. Probably should get down, help Erica out. She has to prepare for the party. So, COVID, man, COVID. Such a weird, kind of a weird experience. And at the beginning it was fun, but now it's not getting that much fun. Now I have anxiety, no job, and I kind of have this pressure to get a job. And I'm actually gonna go home in about 2 weeks to be there for my birthday. I missed it last year, so I'm gonna spend my birthday there, and I plan to be there for about 2 months. That's the plan. I'm gonna spend 4th of July there, and then help Michelle move to the city. And then after that, I'm gonna be back here unless, you know, something happens. There always seems to be something that happens, you know, that kind of keeps me places. But yep, that's the plan, and hopefully things will open back up, and I'll get a remote job so I don't have to choose between here or Illinois. I can just go back and forth, you know, whenever I need to or want to. Yeah. So anyway, try not to be such a downer. I still have hope. I'm still the same old Josh, you know, from before. Maybe just a little more tired and older. I'm definitely starting to look my age. I'm definitely a lot tanner after that desert trip. Oh yeah, Death Valley was fun too. We went to Death Valley with Grant, and that was a blast. I'm really gonna miss Grant. He was one of the like anchors here. Like, you know, some people are like fun to be with, but then other people are like kind of like emotional anchors. They're always stable and like they're there when you need them to, or like they're just always a good guy. And yeah. Well, poop. Hopefully 2021 will be better than 2020. Just gotta make it so sometimes. So, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to have a big party for Erica in 2 days. Hopefully not stress out too much. All right, Josh, or whoever is watching, I'll see you very soon. One last look at the sun and the moon. This is around the time last year when I would give up and go back home and maybe play some Stardew with Erica or Twitch or Gmod. Oh, Gmod with the guys. I missed that. We should do some Gmod. Anyway, goodbye.